But then something happened that the ring did not intend. It was picked up by the most unlikely creature imaginable. A hobbit. The same kind of creature that had had it for the past 500 years or so. It's very unlikely. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about the new teams that they just announced for the new era, the era of Anniversary. The new teams look fun, which, I mean, I don't really know if we don't know every single element of every single team, but there are some cool things, so let's take a look at it, shall we, folks? Huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate every single one of you. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount the algorithm together if possible. Separately, good enough. Let's get to it. Let's go to the game, shall we? Whoa. Whoa, we're in the game. This is madness. Now, of course, I'm referring to the huge post that CG released about the new teams, the new characters that are going to be released, and so I put it upon myself to rank them in order of what I think is going to be the best. I mean, it's going to be pretty. I mean, we don't know how good these characters are. We don't know their kits. We don't know their exact teams unless they've told us the exact teams. What we do know is they gave us a little blurb about what each of them is going to do, and we can kind of extrapolate things about them. And so, using the clues that they gave us and the things that characters surrounding them are typically going to do, we kind of can get a little bit of a ranking going. I mean, it's obviously just all guesswork, but it's more fun to just talk about the new stuff, because honestly, it's gonna be fun. I think the thing that's making me the most angry, the most rage-filled, the most outrageously rage-filled is we're gonna get these kits. They're gonna just like barrage us with like 7 kits in one day. It's gonna be, that's gonna be ridiculous. That'll be kind of fun. But then we'll have like it'll be an era of silence from CG. That won't be great because they've been pretty good about consistently posting new character kits. And then we'll also have an era of, dare I call it, stagnation, where we just don't have any new characters introduced into the game for like 3 months, except for like maybe the odd conquest character. We just won't have any new characters, and then suddenly we'll have all of them, and everything will shift. And then we'll have another era, we'll have another bombardment, and then an era of silence and stagnation, and that's going to be the new thing. So, anyways, yay, on that cheery note, these new things. So, Stormtrooper Luke, first off, they actually did tell us the full team for him. This is the only one that they gave us the full team that they predict will be on it. So, of course, I'm just, they're not in the game yet, so I'm making a squad that, that looks like him. Get it? This guy's actually average height for a stormtrooper, though, so that's how you can tell them apart. Not to mention the dark side thing. This is probably right when Leia insulted him, actually, and he was like, "Oh, I'll kill you!" And he turned to the dark side for just a second, till he realized that she was attractive and didn't realize that she was his sister. So, anyways, Stormtrooper Luke. This is intended to be a character, a team that you use early game. That's what they say. You can use R2-D2, which I think is great, because R2-D2 doesn't have a home until you unlock Leia. He just doesn't. But you have to work on Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, and Old Ben. Like, they're all characters that are requirement characters, so you're gonna have these characters kicking around, but they don't have a good team. Like, Akbar is not a good team. I mean, it's kind of fun, it's novel, it does some cool stuff, but like, it's all weird and niche, and it's not good. It's one of the least usable early game teams ever. I mean, it's usable-ish. So Stormtrooper Luke is going to be it. I think he's going to be, I know for sure he's going to be a leader. I'm guessing he's going to be the leader. I don't know for sure about that either. But one thing we do have is a photo. Let's actually look for just one second. Oh, whoa, we're in the internet. So look at that. He is actually light side. Who would have thunk it? This is husky size Luke, by the way. So you see on the top there, leader. He's a support and he's a rebel, which is, it's funny to see he's a rebel because he had never met a single rebel yet. As of being Stormtrooper Luke, he'd never met a rebel. Like, Kenobi's not a rebel. He had only seen like a picture of Leia. I guess if you count C-3PO and R2, but C-3PO is like so disconnected. He's like, oh, I've been through some battles. I guess they're not very exciting. Like, he's clearly disowning the being a rebel. And R2-D2 is not. He's not really exactly being straightforward about anything. Like, R2-D2 remembers Anakin. You know what I mean? Like, that he's not. So Luke and like Biggs hadn't actually joined the rebellion yet. So at this point, it's funny that he's a rebel. It's fine that he's a rebel, but literally the first rebel he meets is Leia. So, anyways, this team, I mean, I'm guessing it'll be fine and usable early game. I think the majority of the player base will want to prioritize other things. But I also think this is the first character that we're going to unlock based off of the photos that they gave us and stuff. So, anyways, I'm guessing this will be okay. I don't think it'll be a team that most endgame players will use, especially because R2-D2 and to a smaller extent Kenobi Old Ben will be characters that people are already using. It'd be kind of nice to have a place where Leia and Stormtrooper Han work. Maybe it'll be a good 3v3 team. I don't know. Okay, so Harry Asajj. This one is the second least priority to me. I know that some people will totally disagree on this, and I don't care, because this is my own rankings. This is based off of hype and characters that I think are going to be most useful to me, and things that you should be considering. Scion of Django has, he had a window of being useful and awesome for a little bit. He killed Lord Vader in Territory Wars. And that was really nice back in the day. That was cool. He also had a few other niche uses. And I am sure that there will be some TW truthers out there who want to make sure that I know that he still has use in the modern TW scene. And to that I say, you know, stop wasting Omicrons, dude. I don't care. Eventually, I'm guessing you're going to want to use him again. Right now, I can't in good conscience recommend anyone work on him as a good character. However, we are getting the new Asajj character with hair on her head, and she's going to be a bounty hunter. She's going to be a bounty hunter, and she's going to be. Apparently they say that she's going to hang out with Scion of Django. And I mean, I think this is just an attempt to revitalize the TW team, because honestly, without a Datacron, like, he's had some good Datacrons that have made him good in GAC. He's never really been much of a character in GAC, right? Like Trench or whatever, like they're TW characters. That it's just like Malicos is a GAC character, and sure, you can use him in TW, but he's not very good there. You know, he's like way diminished, and that's what Scion of Django is. He's a TW character that no longer has a use in this game at all in any capacity, unless you just want the novelty of a husky size Boba Fett. But that'll change soon. I'm curious to see what Asajj is going to do, because my guess is that she's going to have a TW Omicron. I mean, that's just a guess, obviously, but I think Scion of Django just, he needs a boost. He needs help standing up, frankly. He sucks. Fennec is a cool character, but she just can't carry the team. She just can't. She's a character that like makes a team awesome. She's not a character that she enhances the team, I should say. She's not the character that baseline makes them awesome. And so I don't know if Grief or Bobo or Bosk will be there. The one thing I will say, I don't think we're going to have the Bo-Katan Mandalorian team here. Like we used to use like Bando here, Beskar Mando on this team, or at least sometimes. My guess is that he's not gonna be on this team. He's gonna stay with Bo-Katan, and so a couple other bounty hunters. I mean, maybe they'll be the new bounty hunters that we just got. I have no idea, but one way or another, Harry Asajj should be a cool addition, hopefully, for the people who love TW. I'm kind of sad because she's the one I'm the most hyped for, just character-wise, but I mean, she's probably for a team I don't care that much about because I don't care as much about TW. Let's move on. All right, so we're gonna have Chewbacca and Yoda, aka CHODA, and this is also something I've been asking for forever. I wanted another Wookiee because the Tarful has a lot of cool, promising things in his kit. He does. He has a lot of cool stuff. He doesn't work well on his own though. He's needed some kind of a boost. Like all the Wookiees have some decent promise. Like Zalbar on the team could actually be. I mean, he has always been really nice there. And even though Zalbar is kind of has a weird niche right now with like a Karth team, and that team kind of counters like a couple things okay. They're not doing that much, frankly. But like, who cares about the Karth team? Like, we could just throw that away. But I'm guessing Zalbar will be on this team because we work so well with like all the stacking defense that the team has, and then turning that defense into offense. Just fit, like, it fits Zalbar like a glove. If Wookiees wear gloves, anyways, like husky-sized gloves. I'm not trying to continue this joke. I'll stop. But I'm excited to see what composition we're going to use. The one thing I'm a little nervous about, you can see I put Veteran Smuggler Chewie here. I don't believe that he's going to be on this team, frankly. I think this team is going to steal one of either Chewbacca or Chewpio, maybe both of them. But my guess is that Vander Chewie is going to want to be on this team because Vander Chewie is suddenly teamless. After a long time, like Karth was a really fun, useful character for a long time, a good companion, a faithful friend, and he's now betrayed the Wookiee cause and is now working for Baylan Skoll and his mercenaries. In my opinion, that's like the next best character on the team because Hondo is being shifted over to the pirates, and so the best alternative, the best replacement for him is going to be Karth. He's actually really strong there, but that leaves Vander Chewie just kind of alone and doing his own thing, which he's fine with. But he can go on this Wookiee team, and he makes the Wookiee team significantly better, anyways. In my opinion, I mean, we don't know what CHODA is going to offer for us, but this is a really interesting, intriguing team. So I'm just curious to see if CLS's team is just gonna get scrapped, or maybe we'll have Zalbar and just like add Mission just because she goes well with him or something. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. I think this team. So this could also be a potentially really strong TW team. Tarful is TW Kron. It's just not the team sucks right now. There's no purpose to using his Datacron. He's just or his Omicron. So maybe that'll change though. And another Omicron for TW. Sounds kind of cool for that team if you're into that sort of thing. All right, the half mask Vader one. Of course, it's speculation. They did say that because Starkiller is abandoning Palpy and Mara Jade, that Darth Vader is going to join the team, the half-masked Vader guy. And I'm just speculating. Like, Thrawn is so good with this. Like, he's just always been amazing with Palp and Mara. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he was there. And then probably want some kind of a tank for the team. I'm guessing the half-mask Vader isn't the tank. Like, you know, I guess he's proven that he can take a hit. The fact that his face almost got sliced off, but instead that it was only part of his helmet, means that he can take hits. My guess is that he's not going to be a tank, but maybe. Who knows? Royal Guard would be really nice to fill in if they just gave him some kind of new mention of like, hey, he's a tank now. That would be cool. Like he pre-taunts. He does something cool with half-mask Vader. Like, give him a little boost on his kit, and that way the people who got him up to Relic 8 or 9, because of his utility with Lord Vader, they won't just they won't be angry that like, I have a Relic 8 Royal Guard that's doing nothing. He's piloting half of a shuttle. That's what he's doing right now. And so it's a huge waste of resources. And Royal Guard fits in well with Palpy, thematically at least. And actually with Thrawn, he had some scenes with Thrawn's in Red. They have some scenes with Thrawn and Rebels. Okay, so IG-90, I looked in, so this is something we've been asking for forever, guys. IG-90, we just wanted a droid that was a tank, and the biggest thing for Aphra is she's not viable on a lot of teams against a lot of things because she just gets hit so easily. She needs a tank, and she needs someone who consistently taunts. Now, the one thing the CG's been doing a lot lately is creating tanks that taunt pretty consistently, pretty well. They do a good job of like not losing their taunt right away. Like, lots of tanks have been doing this lately, and they pre-taunt, and I think that that's what we're going to need from IG-90. Something that prevents a CLS team from just scrapping her and her team, especially specifically Aphra right away. I think also it would be cool if they had some kind of revive mechanic. I don't know anything about IG-90 in the lore. I know that he goes with Aphra. That's as far as I looked. He is in the Aphra comics, so I wouldn't be surprised if BT1 and 000 actually like get some kind of small tweaks to their kits just to mention IG-90, and same with Aphra. So we've been asking for a tank forever for Aphra. The thing that's interesting is I did a word search in her kit and all the other kits, well, the other two droids kits, just to see, like, just to refresh myself, like, okay, why specifically have we been asking for a tank? And she doesn't actually have any mention in her kit at all about tanks. And so after reading her kit a few times, it occurred to me, part of it is you need a non-separatist droid. Like, there's a ton of verbiage in her kit that's specifically non-separatist dark side droid, and the biggest thing is you just don't want her to die. And so I wouldn't be too surprised if we get some kind of language that says that if Aphra dies right away, he revives her or something like that. We'll have to see, of course, but he's not going to be that useful if he's not a pre-taunt, in my opinion, unless he passively taunts from her getting hit or something. But I just think if she's able to be punched in the face right away, her viability just continues to sink. And this team seems like it's going to, I hope it's going to rise the ranks in GAC. I'm very interested to see how we progress with that. Inquisitor Barriss. They say that she could go on a Seer team, and of course that immediately makes me think of Malicos, because Seer isn't really widely used in TW either. I know that there's some niche uses for her, and so I'm sure the TW truthers will enjoy telling me how many times they use her with all kinds of things. And actually I'll listen, because I'm interested in that a little bit. But I don't know. They also say she's going to be good on an Inquisition 3v3 team, which means to me that sounds like she's going to get an Omicron for GAC for 3v3 specifically. I mean, we don't know, of course, precisely what's going to happen, but I'm interested to see what happens. Like, she's going to hang out on a Seer team with Malicos probably, and like, will she still be a healer? Probably not. I haven't watched the new show with her, actually, with the Inquisition version of Barriss. It seems like the kind of show I would watch, and it's only like half an hour total of footage, but I still haven't watched it. So I hope that that's not a disappointing show. Some people told me it was, so I just decided to put my faith in them, and that's not really like me. So probably going to end up watching it. The Seer team is going to be hurting because Starkiller is abandoning them. Like Palp and Mara have already kind of gotten used to the sting of Starkiller abandoning them, but lately we've had a resurgence of use with EP Mara with Starkiller, and anyway, but Starkiller had already abandoned them mostly to join Seer and Malicos because the Malicos team was just not strong enough to beat a lot of the teams that they normally countered. They needed some kind of stat boost, and Starkiller does provide it, even if it's just a full UFU team, so it doesn't meet all of his criteria to give the full boost. He still gives like a half boost, which is nice, but this team is just it's been hurting a little bit. Like, we've been trying to find ways to use this team, and it still has uses for sure. It's still nice. It still denies revives, but having a new character fill the void for both of the Starkiller teams is kind of a nice touch by CG, in my opinion. Finally, we have, and this is just going to be such a ludicrous team, guys. Imagine a team that has at least 10 Omicrons on it, because Hate Fuel Maul is probably going to have 3 Omicrons, and the Stranger will have 3, and Starkiller has 3, and you don't have to apply all of them. But in the Juhani, I'm guessing Juhani's going to be on there. Who knows? They did kind of mention that Visas and Barriss might be on the team, but that was kind of just it seemed like a throwaway thing when they were talking about Stranger. It was just like, oh yeah, you can have some of the best like trainee acolytes, like those two. But I mean, I think Visas makes good sense. She goes really well. Her kit's kind of custom built for Starkiller. Like when Starkiller was released, it was like, oh wow, there's a lot of verbiage in here that specifically goes well with Visas, and of course. It looked really good, and then she still is a little bit worthless on the team anyways, unfortunately, except for getting health steal up in Conquest with on Starkiller teams with EP, so then you can get 10 really easily every time. But anyways, Hate Fueled Maul is, I believe he's going to be an UFU. This is the one that they had referenced earlier in the Strangers kit when they said something along the lines of, like, a character to be released soon, or redacted, to be discussed soon, or something like that. And then in Maul, when they talked about Maul here, they said that he's going to join a Stranger to complete, like, to give him purpose or something. So Stranger is, someone had mentioned in comments, I think it was Boma, he was saying like, wait, why is Maul going to be a Sith? Because the Stranger's only an UFU. The thing you have to realize, despite the verbiage that they've been using lately, in all their weird news and announcements, like that, because there's been a lot of talk about that new show Kylo, like I forget. Like, it's supposed to be like the hunt for Ben Solo or something like that. They're like Adam Driver, the actor for Kylo Ren, wants to make a movie that happens about Kylo. Somehow Kylo returns, I guess. And anyways, amidst all of this, the whole thing is, they said that the Stranger was supposed to become the first knight of Ren, or not the first. He was supposed to. Yeah, it was the first Knight of Ren, which means that he wouldn't be Sith, but he is tagged as a Sith in this game, and Maul is going to be an UFU, so it meets all the Starkiller requirements. This team is going to be absurd, I think. I'm interested to see how it goes, but yeah, it does look pretty stupidly strong. So, anyways, those are the teams. I think they're going to be good. I'm excited to see what all is going to happen with them. I just think I am a little sad. Like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you okay with just, we get these new characters, but we don't really get to use them in the context of their new teams until we have unlocked all of them at 3 months later? They all just get dumped into our account. What are you thinking? I'm curious. I'm willing to try it and keep an open mind. I'm a little, I'm just sad. I want, especially because I've been spending the money to get these new characters early. We can't use them for 3 months. I'll get husky-sized Luke, early, and I guess, well, I'll kill like raid bosses, from Zepho for a few months. Anyways, this video's gone too long. I hope it was helpful, and I would love to hear your discussion on these guys. Obviously, we'll be talking more about farming and new stuff as the new updates start dropping and we get new information. Hopefully, we get Relic 10 info this week, etc. Gosh, I'm just rambling. Guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.